We have one more question from, her name is Bolanle Sobuwale. I'm a British-born Nigerian who lives in the UK. I'm a child protection social worker, and I want to know what your plans are in relation to the safeguarding of vulnerable children in the society.
This I can tell you, I will not have one child abuser, one sex offender, one rapist go free. The things I'm going to be aggressive about, and I will not allow one to go free. They must be punished by the law, and the law will be very, very stringent on them. This is not allowed, because it's important for the society.
Thank you. Next question is from Chinude Nwana, Columbia SIPA. The question is, how do you plan to unify the nation given the increasingly polarized national environment?
Every nation is polarized. I've said it before, including America. The unifying them is for you to be a leader of all. Be tolerant, be understanding, dialogue, talk, show love, everything. You must, because you're a leader. A leader must be able to bring people together. And I can show you, if there's anywhere you can bring unity and everything, it's in Nigeria. Always make decisions based on justice, be fair to all, explain where there's difficulty, try to talk to the people. Don't just think that you can treat people anyhow and expect them to keep quiet. No.
All right, the next question is from Kyra Oredu, who is a student here at Columbia University. And she asks, this past summer I interned at the Lakeshore Center, but also had the opportunity to visit Lagos University Teaching Hospital. And I noticed a huge discrepancy between the private and public institutions with regards to health resources and quality. How do you plan to address this disparity?
I answered the issue of health this morning while I was home. I said, when I have the opportunity, I will consult. If I tell you I know how to solve every problem here, I'll be telling you a lie. Because like I said before, a leader doesn't know, I don't know everything. But I told them how I solved one health problem while I was governor. They asked me to build a teaching hospital. The University Medical Council closed down the medical school in our state university because we did not have a teaching hospital. And they said we must build a teaching hospital. I said, can I build a teaching hospital in 2 years? They said it's never been done in Nigeria before. I said, just give me opportunity. When they say, okay, we're only going to do that because I said I'm kneeling down and begging you for the students. And they said, okay, we'll give you a chance. What did I do? I asked all the professors of medicine from Anambra State that I want to have a meeting with them. Very highly sophisticated people, some of them who went to Harvard and everything, and they agreed. And they came for the meeting. And I told them my problem. I said, I have to build a teaching hospital in 2 years. You know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. So you be the architect, the consultant, the everything. And for the sake of Anambra State, I won't pay you people a penny. You're going to do it free of charge to support the government. And they did it. You won't believe it. In 2 years, we built the Amaku Teaching Hospital. It's there. Go and verify it.
So the next question from Fumi is on corruption. Corruption is the biggest problem facing Nigeria. How do you plan to tackle it, not just at the federal level, but at the state and the grassroots level?
Well, I've done a lot of work on corruption, and I've said it. You need to deal with the issue of corruption. Corruption kills three things a society needs to thrive. Corruption kills entrepreneurship. It kills professionalism. Today we have professors in the university. The professors in university, when I was in university in Nigeria, were world class. That's why I had people like Chinua Achebe coming here to become a renowned professor in Brown University, and so many of them who left. You can't have professors doing research and everything, working hard, when they earn less money than a local government chairman. You can't do that. So these are things we need to fix. It kills hard work. So I know what to do. I promise Nigerians that if I have the opportunity, we will deal with the issue of corruption. I've done it at the level. What I want people to know is that all these things, I've done it at a particular level. And the result were clear. I'm only asking for the opportunity to do it for the country.
All right, the next one is from Odinaka Ezilbili. Please, if you're here, can you stand up? Odinaka, can we recognize you? She was with Columbia, or he or she is with Columbia SIPA. Are you here? She. Please, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you very much. And she asks, given Nigeria's debt level, are you considering using debt for climate swaps as a debt restructuring strategy? Consequently, what's your energy transition plan for Nigeria? How will you invest in the power and avoid stranded assets? Thank you.
I probably need to consult you about this debt swap. Well, quite frankly, when it comes to the issue of debt, I said Nigerian debt is not as bad as most countries are. But it is very bad because we borrowed for consumption. There's anything wrong with borrowing. What is wrong about borrowing is what you borrowed it for. If you borrow for consumption, you're in a mess. If you borrow for production and investment, good. America as a country today owes over 80% of its GDP as debt. Here. In fact, soon it will be 100%. Debt. And this is the biggest economy in the world, 23 trillion. Yet their debt is huge. The second biggest economy, China, owes over about 50-60% of their GDP in debt. The third biggest economy, Japan, owes 230% of its debt as its GDP. So 230% of it. So you can see everybody is, all the Western world countries, all the G7 countries are at least owing over 50% of their GDP. So there's nothing wrong in debt. Same thing for business and everything. But Japan, everybody knows that, use that resources to keep its economy going. Like America used it to keep its economy going. And Japan today owes the highest amount of US treasuries. So he is owing, she is owing. If you go to her and say, you're owing, you will say, okay, here is where I invested the money and I can pay you small. You come to him and say, where is my money? He has chopped it. He has used it for... That is the problem. If you invest money, I give you in a country that have invested their debt very well to compare with us as a third world country, Bangladesh. I was in Bangladesh in 2010. The GDP of Bangladesh was about between $110, $115 billion. Their per capita was $747. Their debt was about $45 billion. So they were owing about 36%, 38% of their GDP as debts, 2010. As at that time, Nigerian GDP was 375 billion naira. Our per capita was $2,250. And our debt was about $30 billion. Cumulative, that's local and foreign debts. Today, Bangladesh GDP is about 330. So they've grown, their GDP has gone 3 times. Their per capita is now about 2,000 plus. So it's also moved about 3 times. Their debt has increased to over 100 billion, but it's lower in terms of percentage because their GDP have increased. So they invested it properly. They invested in education, they invested in this. Today, Bangladesh is almost, if not similar, but almost receiving more remittances, repatriation, than Nigeria, because they've educated their more people and some of them have gone export. They are now a major and biggest exporter of clothing in the world. 36 billion. So they earn towards what we earn from oil, from exporting clothing. Now Nigeria, today, our GDP is about 400. Our per capita is now about 1,908. So we've lost about 12% of our per capita. And our debts have increased to about over 100 billion. So that money you borrowed, you dash it to your girlfriend. Sorry, girls, that's not what I mean. But you threw it away. You went to... Don't worry about that. I'm just joking. The money was thrown away. She didn't like that one. No.
We're in America. We're not in Nigeria.
You know why I did this? If I have a very good sister that I always cherish, if I want to annoy her, Chimamanda says something about women, then she would throw everything on the ground and attack me. So I was imagining Chimamanda being here and I said this. He would say me, why not dash it to the men? Why was he? So what I'm saying that you spent it. You consumed it. That's why it didn't ask to your growth. I can show you 3 other countries. And that's what we're saying.
Okay. Final one. Final one? Or 2 more?
2 more. Just 2 more.
2 more.
And then we'll go to Twitter.
So, somebody who's anonymous says, please tell me, Mr. Obi, you do not have a political backbone as your presidency. If elected, are you going to be bogged down in the legislature as your party does not have elected representatives and senators?
No, it's not true.
What do you have to say about this?
Don't worry yourself. Whoever said it. What we're going to do, let me tell you. You get bogged down if you're doing the wrong thing. If you're doing the wrong thing, I was elected a governor in Anambra State. In the House of Assembly of Anambra State, I barely have maybe 1, if at all, as a member from my party. No senator, no House of Rep member, no local government people came from my party. And I was governor and I succeeded. Once you do the right thing, nobody will know how to deal with you. Those things becomes problem when you're going to do the wrong thing. I'm not in this business, and I say it with all sense of responsibility. I do prayers 24 hours a day. God, do not allow me to dash the faith of the young ones in Nigeria. I must bequeath them. If I have the opportunity, I must bequeath the young ones in Nigeria a better society.
Yes.
Columbia was one of those early business schools that I attended. That was in the 90s, in the early 90s. And it was a Columbia Business School that I learned that when you serve food, it is more expensive than when you have a buffet. So you pay for the service. So I had a friend who somebody gave us what I consider little or nothing in the plate. And he said, we're going to pay. And I said, suppose if we go to take the food out, he said, we won't pay. I said, so this food is all over the place. I said, well, I don't forget that. Because I thought in my own place, the other one is more expensive than when you're served. Because this is a la carte. This one is a buffet. But, but it was a very good, interesting place to be. I wish I would come back again to be part of it. And I wish all the students, it's a fantastic place to be. And of course, it's a good name to have as you pass through it. It's one of those places that I cherish, that I pass through, even if it's for one day.
All right, we have one question from Twitter, and he says...
Julius, answer, carry on.
Okay. I am Akeem Adenuga, tweeting from Ibadan, Nigeria. Sir, I would like to ask you, what do you think about the Green Energy Initiative the current APC administration signed Nigeria up to, considering your policies intend to pursue aggressive production and industrialization?
I didn't understand you. Can you help me?
Sure. This is a question from Akeem Adenuga. He's tweeting from Ibadan in Nigeria. And what he's asking is, I would like to ask, what do you think about the Green Energy Initiative that has been administered by the APC administration, considering your policies to pursue aggressive production and industrialization in Nigeria?
Quite frankly, there has been a lot of talk about green energy and climate change and everything. I'm not very vast. I've read a lot about them, and we will all consider it in whatever we're doing. But quite frankly, I'm going to be aggressive in other areas than in some of the things that are coming out on the issue of climate change. We're going to deal with it. We're going to give it attention. But these things are not as important as securing the people, because you can't be talking about climate change when people are taking cover from bombs. You can't go to Afghanistan or Somalia and be talking about climate change. We have to be alive first. Then we deal with the climate. But we are going to consider everything. Number 2.
Oh, you want another one? Great. Okay.
The next one.
Next, Julius, next question.
Okay. Mike, please. All right, we have one more question from... Her name is Bolanle Sobuwale. I'm a British-born Nigerian who lives in the UK. I'm a child protection social worker, and I want to know what your plans are in relation to the safeguarding of vulnerable children in the society.
This I can tell you, I will not have one child abuser, one sex offender, one rapist go free. the things I'm going to give, the things I'm going to be aggressive about, and I will not allow one to go free. They must be punished by the law, and the law will be very, very stringent on them. This is not allowed, because it's important for the society. Next one. Thank you. Now we've dealt with the issue of all the questions. I know there's people here who want desperate to ask. And if you look at it, we've covered virtually everything. I don't think there's still anything remaining. Do you still think there's anything remaining?
I'm sure there's not.
He spoke about security.
We've done everything. We will deal with
Do you want to take that question? Do you want to take it from us?
one, just one.
Let me give it a microphone.
Only one.
Just one. Just one. Just one. Just one. Last one. Just one.
Sir, I salute you, sir. I know you're going to do all these things only when you get there. How can you secure the vote? How can you stop rigging that Nigerians are known for? Thank you, sir.
It's not, let me answer. It's not a question. I have to say something to you. You know my father. I just want to say. Okay, I can answer. Okay. So all of you, I guess you guys don't know me. Hi, my name is Chioma Chukuma. My father died in 2016, and unfortunately, the family decided that I would not be able to attend because I was in the US. But Peter would be here, attended my father's funeral while I wasn't able to attend. And I just want you to know that my family is very grateful to you. I want to let you know that whether or not you become president, you are our president. I want to let you know that I really appreciate it.
Just bring him over here.
No, only one. Only you.
So, yes, sir. So I want to ask you, sir, because at this moment, we realize in Nigeria about employment oppression, sir, especially when it happens to the students and people looking for employment. We're talking about people harassed sexually by the directors and people in power. That is why I need you to come up with something to stop this, especially with a training that we give them sexual training certificates.
Okay, we have stopped.
Okay.
Let me assure you people.
And that's the last question.
Let me assure all that in my concluding remark, I thank my sister that came out to talk about the father. Thank you. But rest assured, these are things that I do. And like I said, we all have to care about each other. And when somebody was talking about people who are being exploited because they are looking for a job, some of you should know, before I became governor, I was chairman of a bank. I was a director in two. I was actually a director. I've been a director in about nearly 10 quoted companies. And I've been chairman of Securities and Exchange Commission of Nigeria. So I had a background, and all these are the things we were trying to stop. So be rest assured that I'm committed to all this, and I assure you people, right now I'm running to go to the airport, to travel to the next place, in all this. But let me appeal. In all this we did today, even when you cannot vote, it could be a strong voter support, advocacy, because those people you are sending money to are voters. those people who are not sick, that you're sending money to, those your parents that are working hard to be able to pay your school fees, this is the time to tell them that it's something nice will happen. So it is important that you know that you have to do the right things. I'm looking at my sisters there. They didn't tell me they were here. You know, I've got two wonderful sisters there. When you talk about Dora Akunyele, I have two of her daughters there. They are wonderful people. Their mother is my sister. So it's important that they know that what we are doing is the right thing. We cannot continue to do this. The country cannot continue to go the way it's going today. We must stop it. Your country is collapsing. It's going down every day. We are now among the most terrorized country of the world. We are now in among the kidnapping capitals of the world. We are now we have the highest out of school children. We have overtaken India in infant mortality. The list can go on and on and on. It is you that will stop it. The reason why we have all these problems is cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. And this is the time to stop it. Will not be about tribe. No. Don't vote for me because I'm from Southeast, I'm an Igbo man. It will not be about religion. If you go to the north, it is not safe. They don't buy bread cheaper. Yet the northerner is there. It is not about religion. The northerners don't buy bread cheaper. The Muslims or Christians, nobody buys bread cheaper. Nobody have uninterrupted resistance. So it should not be about religion. The 20th election should not be about my turn. It's nobody's turn. It's not going to be it's not be about anybody's turn. It's not anybody's turn. So it is not it's not a chieftaincy title. It is not this thing. It is about the election. It will not be about connection. It will not be about connection. These are the processes. When people tell you that P2B doesn't have structure, let me tell you. No. The structure they are talking about is structure of criminality, structure of corruption, structure that have kept Nigeria where it is today. That is the structure I want to dismantle. So, about character we can trust, competence, capacity, commitment to do the right thing. Thank you and God bless you.
If we can please give His Excellency P2B a warm round of applause, please. If we can please give the Columbia Business School students a round of applause, please. If we can please give the Columbia Law students a round of applause, please. And I'm going to ask if everyone continue to be seated, please. We still have a vote of thanks.
We have one more question from, her name is Bolanle Sobuwale. I'm a British-born Nigerian who lives in the UK. I'm a child protection social worker, and I want to know what your plans are in relation to the safeguarding of vulnerable children in the society.
This I can tell you, I will not have one child abuser, one sex offender, one rapist go free. The things I'm going to be aggressive about, and I will not allow one to go free. they must be punished by the law. And the law will be very, very stringent on them. This is not allowed. You know, because it's important for the society.